Hello, this is Brandon again, and I will be explaining about World War II Japanese internment camps and why didn't Hawaii didn't have any. Didn't have any. Well, anyways, going um, apparently 2 months after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, um, Franklin D. Roosevelt signed a executive order to have all Japanese Americans evacuate the West Coast, relocating approximately 120,000 people who are already citizens of America at the time. And they had 10 camps total. And in history, this was considered one of the most flagrant violations of civil liberties in American history. And thanks to rumors and spread of racial prejudice among Japanese Americans, basically what happened is in early 1942, Roosevelt he was pressured to remove the people from Japanese ancestry from the West Coast, seeking to eliminate Japanese competition, a public fearing sabotage politicians hope to gain by standing against an unpopular group. The military authorities, but they basically just wanted to eliminate the farmers because of their competition. Sorry, I misread. So in 1942, February 1942, Roosevelt signed that executive order and forced them all to go, regardless of loyalty or citizenship. And 10 camps were established in California, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, Wyoming, Colorado, and Arkansas. And some people who were born here, they're called Nisei, which is a Japanese born or American born Japanese. They basically would have to they'd have to pronounce their American citizenship, and that was a difficult time for Japanese. And well, my grandpa lived through this and told me about blackout blinds and how scary of a time it was. Luckily he didn't have to go to an internment camp, but basically, what's happening to Muslims is basically what happened to Japanese back then. And I myself I'm a quarter Japanese. My last name is Japanese, so I can't imagine a time like that. But it's going off the point. So the question is, why wasn't there a lot of people, or why wasn't there like a lot of camps here in Hawaii? Well, there is one. Let me look that up right now. I have it here. It was called the Honolulu I think I pronounced that right. I apologize. It's been a while, and I never was good with pronouncing not Japanese Hawaiian words. Well, I was gone for a while, so yeah. Still a local boy though, kind of. But we had one internment camp, and it was was located near Waipahu on this island. And surprisingly, in February 19th, 2015, President Obama, he made it to be a national monument. And yeah, that's where some of, you know, that's where people were held, but you know, we only had one on the islands for this whole state because if you read the book, there's a lot of immigrants from Japanese descent and everything, and if you think about it, they're already established there in 1940s, and they have businesses and everything. Could you imagine going ahead and taking every single Japanese person, their businesses, and taking them and closing their businesses and everything? It would be disastrous. It would be economic downfall. No one would have jobs. It would just be utter chaos if they put all Japanese in internment camps, because that would cause huge economic problems. So that's why there was only one in Hawaii. And so there was a total of 160 Japanese there. And it was designed to hold 3,000 people. It held 32 U.S. civilians, and it was divided by barbed wire into sections, and it was intended to separate internees by gender, nationality, military, or civilian status. By 1943, there were only 160 Japanese and 69 160 Japanese Americans were there, and 69 Japanese were there, according to a colonel from the Swedish legation who inspected the camp under the Geneva Convention. And so, that's basically why there wasn't a lot of and it was a depressing time, and since it was a violation of Japanese American rights, a lot of them got compensated for breaking their rights. So, but still, it's one of the bigger scars